Hi everyone and welcome to In the Sewers. In the Sewers is a series where I chat to bands varying in genres of rock and ask them what they got going on, how they got started, where they got the name, and basically just having a bit of a natter. I've been talking to some amazing people and I can't wait to share it with you all. In this week's episode, I'm chatting to the guys from Promethium. They're a heavy metal band and they've been dying to chat to me for months, way back when I first said I was going to do In the Sewers. So I'm so happy that I managed to get these guys on. So I'll tell you what, let's check out what we got talking about. Hi guys, thank you for joining Glamrat in the Sewers. How are we all doing? We all keeping well?
We're all good.
Hey.
Yeah, we're good. I missed the memo though, because them two are sat together like.
I know, do you think they just want to leave you out?
I'm sorry,
I think Dan wanted to leave me out tonight.
we were going to invite you round, man, but you know you're wearing a yellow T-shirt, so we thought no.
Yeah, but look, it says you on it.
Yeah. There's an F missing from the top of that.
Spot the person who's been drinking.
Not me.
Well, who is everybody? What do you guys do? And yeah, just introduce yourselves to the world. Let them know.
Cool. Well, I'm Dan. I'm the guitarist. I do everything. Nobody else does anything whatsoever. The only thing I don't do is artwork because Aidan does that. But to be honest, I might as well do that. I write everything, play everything, and then just order everyone around.
Fair enough.
Is that all right or not?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm Andy. I play guitar and I do what Dan tells me.
I'm Aidan. I do everything Dan doesn't tell me to do, and correct him on all his errors, and the artwork.
And the artwork as well.
Yeah.
Just throw that in there as well. Well, altogether, you guys are Promethium. Now, how would you guys describe your sound? I'm not sure there, weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do. I'll just play
I don't know. How would you describe? No, we're melodic metal. That's how it comes across. That's the best way of describing it. Melodic metal. It's heavy in parts, but yeah, I'd definitely go with melodic metal. That's the best way to describe it.
It's a really interesting question though, because if you'd asked us that like a year and a half, 2 years ago, it would have been a completely different answer. We've put out an album that is so different to people stuff that's gone before it, that you would say on one point with this and on another with that. You just got to listen to it and figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, because I would say you're quite melodic in your take. Because I was listening to your stuff just before we started this interview, and I would say, yeah, you're pretty melodic in your delivery as well.
Yeah, this album definitely is. We've gone a bit more melodic with this. It's still heavy, but there's a lot more melody in there.
It's the groove.
Yeah, it's the groove. You know? It's the groove in there, sort of thing. And I think that's sort of we're already started writing for the new album, which is heavier, but it's still got the melody and it's still got the groove. We just perhaps made the music just a tiny bit more heavier, a bit sort of thing, really now. So, but yeah, it is more than metal overall.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge, tiny bit, ever so just a bit.
And I've got to admit, there's a song on your latest stuff called Murder, She Wrote, right? And I thought you were going to, like, kind of trying to talk about Angela Lansbury, but I thought, you're not writing a song about Angela Lansbury, are you?
We've got a fetish about her.
Yeah.
She is fit, like, not going to lie, yeah.
She was, totally, 110%, that was it. Just
tell the story, though, about the dream.
So no, this is how it happened.
Don't talk about Dan's dreams.
It's PG, it's all right. So after
good, don't worry about it.
After we'd had, literally, as we'd come out of lockdown, I'd been going to the gym with my lad because he wanted to start going, but I'd not been to the gym in a couple of years. And obviously I was thinking you can still lift what you did 2 years ago, which I couldn't. So I came back with that much pain on the first two occasions, on the Friday and Saturday. I literally had to go to bed in pain because I was just like, I tried to be this cool dad and I've come across as a total nut dick. And could not move, so much so that I went to bed and the wife said, "Here you go, it's a couple of painkillers." So I was literally, you give me painkillers, I'm just crazy.
Bedbound. That's it.
That was it. I was literally in bed, just I hate to say it, off my nut because I was just like that. I'm like there, and the only thing that's on TV is Murder, She Wrote, which I'm watching, and it's the one episode where she's not in it, which was messing with my head, and I'm like, this is. And the wife walks in, and I'm sort of like looking, can't talk, and she's like looking at me, and I'm like, and she knew what I was trying to say. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we're dribbling. And then she literally just said to me, she went, "It's okay. This is the episode she's not in." I was like, "Thank you." And And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? When I came down about a week later, I was like, I was like,
How
I've
strong are
got,
these painkillers she gave you? Jesus.
yeah, you don't want to know about him, definitely. Got him off Aidan. But literally, I was just like, we've got to write a song about her. But when you start to Google her, you start to like look at all the comedy in the sense of like where there's that T-shirt saying "I killed them all," and I was like, you know what? What if she was the killer? And
Oh,
so
that
I
was
was
it.
like,
It was the killer in
we've got to do a
everything.
song. That was it. So I sort of wrote the riff, wrote a tiny bit of the lyrics, and gave it to James, our singer, and was like, this is how we've got to do this story. And then he came up with the entire sort of story and did it. And what's weird, it's gone down great, but it's been pulled on all the social medias with Angela Lansbury. And I didn't realize what this cult following has. So this song's been across all like the Murder She Wrote like fan pages and all this stuff and shared. We had some messages. This a couple of people messaged, "Oh, we're big fans of Angela. We can't wait to hear what this lovely song's about." And I'm like, "Shit. Oh, why have you got this, man? This is different. It's not classical music, but there you go. You know." So it was like a bit more of a little commercial thing. But it was quite cool.
I like that. That's great. That's awesome. Because I was listening to it, I was like, "Man, sure, are they talking about it?" And yeah, like great. I mean, you can't go wrong with Murder She Wrote. Bang it on a Sunday afternoon
There you
and
go.
just
There you
vegetate
go.
on the couch, don't
Well,
you?
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a new one. I think on the new album we'll do the song about the crossover episode where Magnum's in. So you know,
Yeah,
might be
do
a
that.
two-parter.
You could always do
Murder
silent witness
mustache.
and not play
Yeah.
anything.
No, no.
Love it. So apparently you just said there or mentioned it earlier that you guys are back writing and doing. So how is that all going? Any plans of when we should expect that to land online, or is it a far process from that?
No, I reckon so. Aidan's rejoined the band now, so he took a tiny bit of time off. That's an iron behind him there in the background.
Is it just?
Yeah, just yeah.
Oh, look at my finger. It's huge.
So
Massive
so
hands.
he's come back in, and we decided because we weren't doing a hell of a lot of gigs this year, but we just decided, you know what? The album's done that well, broke even dated, it's been flying out. Let's just write another one straight away, and therefore concentrate gigging next year. So we're about 6 songs in. We've got most of it all sorted, but we're 6 songs finished. So we're gonna look to probably go in the studio summertime and have an early year release. Have at least a video out by the end of the year, and
It's
then an
good.
early release
That'd be
next
decent,
year.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. So we're just pulling on that really, to be honest. We're all in the mood, and Aidan's really sort of brought like a bit of a different vibe, which is really, really positive. And so we're like, let's just crack on and enjoy the writing again because we've just been enjoying it really. To be honest.
So what's it been like rejoining the band then, Aidan? Because you took a bit of time out from these two nutters, so must have been a bit peaceful for a while there.
I'm not gonna lie, it was just taking time out from Dan. When I was last in the band, Andy wasn't in the band, so it was just a break from Dan. I had a good maybe 2, 3 years. He messages me every day and says he fancies my mum. So
Fair
I
enough.
took a break.
Yeah.
She
But yeah, no,
messages
it's
me
good.
as well.
I think we've reached pinnacle dad band. Apart from James, he just gets massive bruises unexplainably. But the rest of us, we're all dads, and we just like playing heavy music. I've
Yeah.
known Dan what too long,
Mm.
and yeah, it's just good to write music. We've never actually recorded a full album together, so yeah, we're doing that, and then I'll leave again.
I was gonna say then you're gonna take a bit more time out and then come back. Take your time out, then come back, and then just see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Right?
He's in arse, and his mum will see this as well, and then she'll message me.
Yeah, but she loves me, and she doesn't love you, despite what you think.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Well, boys. You did mention there though that you aren't gigging as much this year, but you have got a few dates that are knocking about. Did I
Yeah.
see you doing? Is it Love Hate? Is it Love Hate? Whatever it is in June.
Yeah, no, Love Rocks.
Love Rocks, Love Rocks, Love
Yeah.
Hate. That's something
Yeah.
completely
I
different.
know,
But
sorry,
yeah.
it's totally different. Yeah, no, we're off to Belgium in April for a couple of shows, which is cool. So we're going there, and then we've got Love Rocks and just a few more than that. There's not too many because of that, but yeah, Love Rocks is Belgium, and Love Rocks are the big one this year. Love Rocks looks a really good lineup. That should be really, really cool.
Yeah, there's so many bands on that lineup as well.
Yeah.
It's like insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it was quite weird because I was like a bit worried because like I think we're by far probably like the heaviest thing they've sort of had in a way. And it was like, shit, man, how's this going to go down? You know, we're not like an AC/DC-ish or anything. Oh, no,
If I
damn.
put you on first, it's just to wake everybody up and
I
see
know,
if they're
yeah. And
about
then, you know
hungover.
what? The weirdest thing was we went on, and obviously, you know, it's always cool playing to people you've not played to before. But literally, as soon as we got announced, you just suddenly watched a shed load of merch sales come in, and people going, "Oh, we can't wait to see your type of music. This is going to be great and so different for the festival." So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be killer, really, to be honest. It's good stage and put a good show on and everything. So it'll be really, really good, I think.
I think sometimes you need to just throw a little bit of something into the mix just in case there is that odd one or two that's been dragged there by their missus and they just like they're like, I really need to get through this
Oh yeah,
weekend. You guys are that band.
we will fuck shit up. It'll be ace. It'll be brilliant.
Good.
No.
I might do actually. I don't know the full set yet, so
Yeah, he's miming.
You'll be alright. You'll find out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt the interview mid-flow. I just wanted to say if you like this episode and you want to see more, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. And if you want to be the first to see the brand new episode of In the Sewers, then don't forget to ding that little old bell. So come on everybody, ring my bell and let's get back to it.
Now, what I have been asking people on this in the last series, and I'll ask them again in this series, do you guys have a guilty pleasure? A band that maybe you shouldn't like, but you do, or a band that everybody likes and you're just like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand it.
Love
Dan
hate.
likes Winger.
You never liked Winger.
He
Dan
doesn't.
likes
I
Winger.
love Winger. He doesn't. I love him. I have no problem admitting that. He's so. Do you know what? I need Kip Winger to meet Aidan and convert him. That's
You
it.
don't.
You
don't.
do. You do.
No.
You'd apologise to him. I'd make you
I bet
apologise.
you, that's enough.
There's nothing up with liking Winger. There's nothing up with liking Winger. All right.
I'll give you two because you mentioned one before, which was Love Hate, and I absolutely love the album that's got Wrong Side of the Grape on it.
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
album. Yeah,
It's a great album, yeah. And there's another band called Svengali who are like Canada's answer to either Skid Row or Love Hate, and they've got some awesome songs. You should check out Tie Dyed Skies. It's nothing to do with Promethium at all. It's completely the opposite. But if you like Winger, check out Svengali.
Oh, that sounds quite exciting. I might have to have a nosy at that. What about you, Adrian?
Guilty pleasure wise, probably we're in a metal band, so I guess drum and bass and dance music isn't really a thing in the metal world, but I like drum and bass and dance music as well as metal.
Great. Yeah, no, that's
Not
still
like Winger though, so
Serious. So you like that, but not Winger.
yeah, like put Prodigy on,
yeah.
like it's better than
Roman.
Winger anything.
It isn't better than Winger. Miles Away is one of the greatest songs. If you've not listened
Prodigy
to Miles
don't play
Away,
spiky guitars though.
there's nothing up with Spiky. Miles Away is the song that every person has listened to during a breakup. If you've not listened to that and cried and said, "Why did she leave me?" then you've never lived.
And you
Never
have
had
to be
one.
careful listening to She's 17 because that's just a bit, that's a bit rough now, laying there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not aged well, that one, is it?
no.
No, I've got a bit. My brother was working in London. This was in 2019. He was working in London, Qatar, and Kip Winger was actually gigging around the corner. My brother ran me. He's like, "Oh, I've just bumped into Kip Winger. He's in Spoons." Like around the corner, Kip Winger was in Spoons in London, and I went, "All right." He's like, "Oh yeah, he's with his girlfriend." I went, "How old is she?" Like,
Yeah.
I
She's
bet you're sick
17.
of that joke, though. I bet you're sick of it.
I love him. I'll fully admit, I love him. End of story. End of story. That's it. End of story.
So who is your musical influences then? Because Kip Winger is a far cry from what you guys do, as well as like the Prodigy. It's a far cry from what you guys do. So what kind of influences you guys to do this genre, if you want to call it that?
Mostly Ben.
Yeah, mostly Ben, our
Ben.
bass player.
Ben's on the call, but it's Ben.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
tells us. Ben,
But we do something and then Ben de-dans it,
yeah,
or he just bends it. So all of the stuff that you've heard from our last album, Ben's songwriting and the way that he puts music together, that's Ben.
he even writes the drum parts. We're not allowed to do anything.
It
So you just turn
absolutely
up.
does not. Absolutely does not. He sent me those them new parts he sent. I'm just like, I've got them in the program, and I'm just like, they don't fit. to the drum. All.
But that's actually
So-
how to go, though.
Yeah, that's how they
Yeah.
go. You're just gonna have
Yeah.
to learn it. It's a new time signature. It's not been invented yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing is about us is that all of us, and we've said this many times, we all have so many varied influences. Where Andy, the common joke with Andy, he hasn't got an album past 2000.
I don't listen to anything past about 2009.
That's
I do, but
that was it. He literally didn't. He didn't even know Skid Row had more than 2 albums.
no. We've got a new singer as well.
Yeah, he didn't even know that. That
We've got
was
a new
it.
singer.
I love Eric. He's a great singer for Skid Row. Just gonna throw that out there. I think he's a perfect fit. I've interviewed him twice. He's a great guy.
I think that's the thing. I think we listen to everyone's got. Aidan listens to like quite a lot of real heavy metal, like
Kate Bush.
as well. Yeah, Kate Bush.
Taylor
And I think
Swift.
that brings everyone's influences out within the music, where there's no, and we always say this: there's no wrong idea to be brought. Nothing's wrong to the table.
Let's be honest. I mean, we grew up on what? Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera. That's kind of like when we were in our teens
Winger.
to 20s, and Winger, and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, and more Winger.
Poison.
Yeah.
Love Poison.
No. Van
Aidan.
Halen.
No, I didn't.
Van Halen, Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Fair.
I saw you cry to Every Rose Has Its Thorn once. So don't
Exactly. That's Whitesnake, and you haven't even mentioned them.
All
No,
right.
it's Poison.
Yeah, it's Poison.
Every Rose. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He
One of
cries.
them.
Literally, I've seen Aidan cry to Van Halen and Whitesnake. So don't get me that. He's like, that's it. Do you know what I mean?
We played a gig in Manchester at SummerSlam last year, and we were the lightest band on there, and there were some really, really good bands. They were great bands, and they rocked up with like 7 or 8 strings, and we only had 6, but we had a bunch of amps, and so we had a line check, and I thought that the heaviest band called Technologist, they're an amazing band. You should go and check them out.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I've heard of them. Like, yeah.
Fucking unreal. They're amazing. And they were on before us on like 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. So we get on and we've got 9 minutes to figure all this stuff out, to get our amps on stage, and then it's time to go. So I thought it would be a great idea to line check Unskinny Bop.
Love it.
And so the look that I got from the sound guy was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
It's got a great bass line. Unskinny
it's
Bob, it's got an
amazing.
amazing bass line.
But yeah, that's the thing. We all have so many influences that we all bring it in. Do you know what I mean? I think that's important rather than just to go, hey, I'm into this category and that. So no idea is wrong. And I think especially came across on the last album, but on this new one that we're working on, especially what Aidan's brought to the table with his parts, it's totally different again. I think that's the thing. We could quite easily do Bleeding the Ghost Part 2 and it does good, but we need to push ourselves. And I think on this one, we really, really are doing, where we're going to take it up a notch with guitar, drums, bass, vocals, wingerness, and sort of go from there.
Wingerness. I like that. Is that a new terminology? Wingerness.
As long as I'm in the band, there will not be wingerness. And Andy agrees as well.
He's like, nope, not happening. Just not happening. It's just not happening. Simple
We
as
settle
that.
on Queensryche though, because we can get some great amps together.
Yeah, I'd settle on Queensryche. I'm quite happy on that. Okay, yeah, I'd settle on.
Like the Mind Crime sort of
Yeah,
sound.
I'd settle on that. I really want to just put some Van Halen on now and see if we can make Aidan cry. That's the thing. It's for the kid. Let's do it for
Might
the
happen.
For the kids.
It might happen.
All right.
Well, that's probably why he's in a different room on the other side of the town.
Not really.
Yeah,
It's only 5 minutes away. Yeah.
Dan's an abusive
you
band
could
member.
just walk through the door and be like, "No, I'm
Yeah,
out."
you could do it. Come for yeah.
We all live in a caravan. He's not there.
Yeah. You
Love
better
it.
top the electric up as well. It's going to go off in a sec.
Yeah, I've done it before. I did it just before. That's why I was late.
All right.
Got all the lights going on. That's what's happening. That's what happened. Where would you guys like to see yourselves by the end of the year going into 2025?
In bed.
Yeah, same, to be fair. Sleeping
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I don't know. A cigarette in my hand and pint.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Ooh, nice.
We've done like European stuff by then. We hopefully would have another album out. We'd get really, really good feedback, and everyone who comes out to see us, people come out from all over the place as well. Like we rocked up at a gig somewhere in Shropshire, and people had travelled like 3-4 hours. just to come and see us. And then they were
That's just to get to Shropshire.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
It's not part of the UK.
It's the sort of people who are traveling around to come and see us. It's really, really appreciated, and we never take it for granted. So I think if we can keep that kind of support, we've got to just keep putting out the good music from.
Sounds like a plan, that, like, doesn't it? That'll do.
And pissed and in bed.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good. Like, definitely a good plan.
And in Aidan's caravan. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Might be a bit cold.
I haven't got a caravan.
Yeah,
You will by the end of the year, man.
you will.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the plan. We're living it large, all
I'll
right.
be living on the promenade in a caravan.
Yeah.
Oh, the dreams of rock and roll. It's great, isn't it? But guys, unfortunately, it has come to the end of our little chat. But before we completely say our goodbyes, is there anything you would like to say to your fans out there or anybody who hasn't seen you guys or heard you guys? Is there a message you want to give to the good people of the internet?
Buy the Winger box set that's the remastered one because it's really good, and the Pull album on there is a lot better than the original one. If you get the vinyl version, you get a booklet. So that's it, really. Don't do drugs.
I've got one. Buy the albums that I'm not on yet. In preparation for the album that we're writing as a group collectively, which will be out in early 2025.
So Aidan can buy a caravan.
And,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'll
it's
do
the
a
Aidan Caravan Fund.
And I'll do a thank you for the support so far. We've done really, really well on the CD sales. The merch is going out. We get really good feedback, so thank you. Anyone who hasn't listened to it, check it out on YouTube. Check it out on all the onlines as well.
Is that all the CDs behind you on the shelf, like?
No, yeah, that's all ours. Yeah, that's all the 80s stuff.
Double
When
edition.
Dan wore leather.
Yeah. That's just the Manowar collection. Yeah.
Man of War or something else, Arlo. They really, really are. Well, thank you so much, guys, for taking the time out to chat to little old me. I hope I can catch up with you guys very, very soon. Keep me in the loop about the new stuff. And until next time, catch you later, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much to the guys of Promethium for having a bit of a natter, and we had such a great time, as you can tell. But I will drop all the links in the description below to check out their Facebook, their website, Spotify, you name it. You guys can check them out and have a listen. And if you think, you know what, I fancy a bit of that, check out when they are playing next. You guys can have all of that and so much more. Make sure you tune in next week because I'll have another cracking band for you guys to sink your teeth and get your ears listening to. But until then, catch you later, Glamratters. Bye-bye.